I'm Gavin. I'm 17. I'm a senior at Jonathan Law High School and Bridgeport Aquaculture. I just want to start with it's an honor for me to be here today as part of this amazing opportunity to make an impression on you guys, as you all have for me. I'd like to mention that I couldn't have been here today without the monumental, roughly 10-year efforts from Jill, Megan, and Sam to get me to where I am now and to give me this opportunity. The least I can do for everyone here today is let all of you know that no matter the outcome of this speech or my writing that you have read, I'm going to leave here today content with the fact that I was able to just express my gratitude for this opportunity, this organization, everything. So with that, striving to become everything, something, or even anything is an experience myself and each and every one of us here today has endured. On the daily, our lives go on regardless of if we are ready to keep up with its pace. And good or bad, we proceed to become anything we can be during every single moment of it. My version of that experience could sound quite similar to your own, or many others similar to myself. But I've been left with something from my struggles that I believe sets me apart from the norm, so I wanted to share it with all of you today. The ability to personally feel and live out a plethora of paths in my life has given me tremendous growth and a skill set that not many others may be lucky enough to have. Some might think of that as a curse, but this was my blessing in disguise. Growing up, I didn't learn from others' mistakes or take the opportunity to look at negativity around me and know that I didn't have to live up to any of that. Instead, I lived it all myself because I had and still have a brain that is wired to learn first through feeling ahead of observing. Processing in this way, I now have empathy for everyone and anyone around me and do my best to continue to spread that to anything in the environments I find myself in. At only 17, I have endured almost, if not all, curveballs life throws our way, whether it's struggles of addiction, poverty, disorders, sexuality, discrimination, abuse, anxiety, or absolutely anything. The list goes on. What comes from that is a unique skill set acquired by my own experience that I now use to benefit my surroundings. The Boys and Girls Club since day one has cultivated a space for me that I could feel like any of those things weren't something to be ashamed of. From almost 10 years ago as a youth member to now working as a youth development professional, I've done nothing but benefit from this organization's ability to become more than I ever thought was possible. My dreams to go to a private college and achieve my master's in social work were given a chance at becoming reality when I rejoined the club family as a staff member this year. I showed the drive and passion in my heart to pursue my dreams, and the Boys and Girls Club supplied me with the rest, opening before unreachable financial opportunities and the ability to share what I can with the youth members of the present Boys and Girls Club members that I once was, while allowing even more fuel to be sent to my heart daily to become what I and my supervisors believe I can be, and the endless creative inspiration I am left with while working here. What happens in the walls of this place never ceases to amaze me. I'd like to close out with this. With less than 1/5 of social workers in the United States being male, and only 1/10 of people from a lower class income being able to achieve a bachelor's degree, not to mention a master's, I can say that it's no fable to me that the odds are statistically, financially, and literally slim to none for a youth like myself. But no matter the chances of it becoming reality or the amount of work I must put in, I won't stop continuing to show my passion, share my learning, or achieve growth for everyone on my path, including myself. In the end, I, G Falcigno, will prevail to show that I can be the difference to further make a difference.
Your life experiences, how would that make you a great social worker since?
I feel like it all really ties into being able to relate with people. So social work, like a lot of it is being able to be personable and relate with people, and I feel like people tend to have more of a connection with somebody that they can know that they're feeling or have felt what they've felt before.
And there's a lot wide range that you could specialize in.
Yes,
social
yeah, it
work
opens
field.
up a bunch of things. You can work in schools, in DCF, anything.
In DEMIS, you could work in
Yeah.
co-occurring abuse and all. So good luck to you.
Thank you.
I have a question. What's one of your biggest challenges you face that the club has helped you with?
Definitely addiction and motivation. I feel like, over the summer, this has been my first full year out of any sort of treatment, and it's been amazing. And as all the struggles that come with it, I feel like every single time I'm here, they give me everything that I ever have realized helps me. Like the community, the interacting, like all that kind of stuff. I love being here. So.
First of all, I think you'll make an excellent social worker because the best ones do come from a place of struggle, and people will be able, especially males, will be able to relate. And you've been there, right? And you can talk them through, and that's the best guidance they can get is that you persevered. What would you say your peers say they like best about you?
I feel like they just tend to see me as loyal. I've heard that from a lot of people. They like to be around me because of like personality, stuff like that. I have an effect on my environment apparently, which it makes sense. I don't like negativity. When I'm with my friends, I'm happier. So even if something's going on, like they'll feed off my energy, and we'll just be able to create our own little bubble within negativity where we are positive and we can help other people do the same. So,
Thank you.
Here in January, what schools have you applied to? You heard early admissions from any of them.
I have not applied to any yet. I have Southern, Eastern, and Housatonic applications all ready to be sent out. I've been focusing on this and just working and everything, but yeah, I have everything lined up. My college essays are all done, all that. I have an internship I'm supposed to start in April, shadowing a social worker in Bridgeport at an academy over there, so.
What steered you away from the club?
Not being myself, because I know all of you have always seen me as like an optimistic young, like I've just always had this like energetic appearance, and like when I started to lose that, it was almost embarrassing, because like that's how everybody liked to see me, that's how everybody like expected me, so it was just hard to be around people who knew that that wasn't me. I knew it wasn't too, but I was trying to get away from that version of myself.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
Definitely with a family. I would love to hopefully have got my master's by then. There's a 5-year program or a 6-year program that I can do, and just be as stable as possible, continue on with sobriety, and yeah, like I said, with the family, that's a big goal of mine.
Go ahead.
Hey Gavin, I have a addiction in my family, so I just wanted to know, are you currently working a program and plan to continue?
I go to AA meetings like 2 times a week. I am involved with an MDFT program, which is like a family program, because my family also struggles with addiction. So that program kind of is like they come out to us, they come to our house, they do the therapy sessions, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Gavin, you talk about your addiction and how it will always be something as a part of your life, and how the club is your new addiction. So can you talk a little bit about how the club has created the same addiction in a different way?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that spawns from like my ADHD. Like I'm always becoming hyperfixated on like, oh, what's next? What can I do here today to like see the kids be happy? Because that gives the same feeling as anything that had made me like that happy in the past while using. Like it's just the endless opportunities.
I have a question too.
Yeah.
When I'm Patrick O. When you have the urge or whatever, what's your coping skills, or what's your mechanism of getting by with your saying I gotta do this, or I'm gonna go revert back? Is there any special person or any activity at the club that might help you cope, and mechanism?
Both of those. I feel like you said an activity at the club, and even when I'm outside the club, it all kind of ties in. It's like what I really want to do is like isolate. Like I said, answering Megan's question, like I don't want people to see me in the element that's not like my own, that I'm not used to. So like I will tend to like force myself to go out and be around people like the children who are just they're optimistic. I can feed off their energy. There's no way you could be upset.
So you don't isolate your hygiene
I
stays the
basically-
same when you,
No, I
Or you
basically do
revert
the
back.
opposite of what I want to do. So,
Good stuff.
and a special person for sure is my guidance counselor at school. She has always gone so above and beyond for me, doing things that are way above her pay grade.
okay.
But yeah, she's been a huge inspiration. She's always someone who makes me feel comfortable.
What's her name?
Christina Scarpa.
Good job.
It's good you surround yourself with good people, and you're right, the energy of the kids, I know when I come to the club and the kids are here, it's like a whole different world.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, wow, you
Yeah.
forget about all the other stuff.
Yeah, my first day working here, I got into a big fight with my mom, and I was just not feeling great at all. And I walked in here, it was my first day, I was nervous, of course. But I knew everybody, and then I met the kids, and like, it just all went out the window. I felt great, you know, I just completely forgot about the mood from before.
Social work is a great field too.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Gavin, do you think you can tell us about a time you've demonstrated leadership skills?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, over the summer, there was a program I participated in. It was like this DCF retreat thing for like troubled families or whatever, to give them a break from like parent and child. And I have always, like, being in treatment, and just ever since I was younger too, I've had separation anxiety. So I did not want to go. It was a 2-week thing. I had to sleep out in the woods. And I feel like there was every single thing out there that made me anxious, that made me uncomfortable. No phone, no bed, no dog. I love my dog. And when I got there, I realized that there was a lot of kids that were not my age. There was nobody who was within a 3-year age gap of me. They were all a lot younger. And while we were all struggling with the same thing, being younger, I feel like it definitely was affecting them a little more. They haven't had the experience, because even though I don't like it, I've done it a lot. I've dealt with the separation. So I had to put it all aside, I feel like, for this group of it. It was about 10, 15 different kids. And in the end, I ended up getting like an award for leadership, because I feel like on the daily, I was always putting them before me, and it would just always end up benefiting me more than I feel like if I put myself first. So, yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, just another thing, I don't think you mentioned sports. Have you
Yes, sir.
engaged in any sports?
Yeah,
activities?
I've done-
What have you done?
I did football for 7 or 8 years, swimming for the same amount of time, lacrosse for 9 years now, I think. And I'm still going with lacrosse. Swimming has been put on the back burner because that's a winter thing, and I needed to do something that was a little bit more engaging than just silently swimming in a pool this year. So, yeah, this year I plan to play lacrosse, and in college I would love to as well, but yeah.
Are you any good?
He's great.
Yeah, what she said.
You give
I know that.
You give every effort, that's
Thank you.
That's what matters.
Yeah,
Dave, did you have a question?
Just a quick, congratulations, that was a great presentation.
thank
Not
you.
only were you well prepared, but you were genuine, so thank you. Often I have a chance to see a lot of these, and no matter how this turns out, you have a lot to be proud of, with just the way you presented and how genuine you came across, so thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good job.
You're over here making Krista cry.
I don't think crying all the time.